passionate healthcare providers educational series.
Atomy creates and distributes high-quality products. Things we all use every day, such as shampoo, conditioner, soap, toothpaste and toothbrushes, beauty items, cosmetics, health supplements, and much more. And Atomy is committed to bringing these prestige luxury items to the mass market. This strategy is known as mastige. And Atomy's concept is to enable consumers to swap brands. Atomy has an ethos of absolute quality, absolute price. It means Atomy is dedicated to ensuring its products are of a quality that is unmatchable for the price customers pay. And it's so simple to switch brand when what's on offer is unbeatable in quality and price. Remember that. Absolute quality, absolute price. Quality that is as good as, if not better, than designer brands at a fraction of the price. Atomy is an online shop or shopping mall. And hey, it's free and easy to join and set up an account. Yes, free to join. And once registered as a member, you have exclusive access to the Atomy product range. Here's the really good part. Buying from Atomy gives you points, known as personal point value, or to keep it really short, PPV. Each product has its own PV. Your PPV accumulates and never expires. You only have to make one purchase a year, no matter how small, to keep your account active. And that's no problem, because you love Atomy's absolute quality and absolute price, right? It gets better. You share Atomy's secret with others, they become members, and when they shop, you all earn PV. And what does PV mean? Cash, paid to you as commission. This is a new age of retail. Atomy puts the consumers first and rewards them for their loyalty. Although some members simply choose to shop for their own personal needs, many decide to develop their membership into full-time, lucrative businesses. Let's look at how this works in a little more detail. Let's say you recommend Atomy to your cousin, Jane, because you love using Atomy products so much. You become Jane's sponsor and give her your ID to enable her to register as an Atomy member. Jane is then automatically registered under your A market, your left leg. Then you recommend to your friend Adam, and he becomes registered in your B market, your right leg. Adam could be in Canada or China. Atomy membership is global. You, or Jane, or Adam can then sponsor more members to join your left or right leg, your A or B markets. They are added down the line, and they don't need to live in your country either. Everyone in each of your market legs generates PV. Remember that? Point value? You have your own PV, and every day your market legs generate group PV. As soon as your own PV exceeds 10,000, earned from purchasing one Atomy shampoo or face wash, for example, and each of your market legs exceeds 300,000 each month, you earn commission. Everyone in each of your market legs who qualifies becomes eligible to receive the same amount of commission. The larger your markets and the greater the collective PV, the higher the commission will be. And it's worth noting, keeping your market legs equally balanced is important. Group PV is calculated on the leg with the smaller PV volume. This is part of the secret of success with Atomy. Hard work is never wasted. And it doesn't stop there. As your network grows, so does your regular collective PV. And the hard work invested takes you higher up the ranks of mastership, which comes with life-changing bonuses. You can cherish the spirit of Atomy through its products of absolute quality and absolute price. You can share the good news and reap great rewards by doing so. You may have discovered Atomy compensation videos on YouTube or Channel Atomy already. More details about how it works is freely available. And Atomy's Success Academies and seminars will provide regular, inspiring support to members, and prospective members too.
All right, success, success, success. Okay, that's why we're here this evening, to continue to be successful. And thank everyone for coming out on this evening. Indeed. Okay. Welcome again to Compassionate Healthcare Provider Educational Series. Hey, all right. Okay, Nick. So we're going to get things started. But we always start out with something special. And I have someone that's going to give a testimony. And this same thing happened to me when I first started with the hemo, and I did some research, and over in the Library of Medicine, it talks about it. It's the testimony is all about hemo. A lot of us know as far as why it was created, by scientists, so that because their scientists over in South Korea was getting cancer, and he was an atomic scientist, and they came up with this 3-herb formula called hemo. So tonight we're going to hear a little bit more about that special formula, but there's something special outside of cancer that it does. So I am going to ask Nicole Carr to unmute and share her testimony on this evening so that others may be blessed. Nicole.
Okay, sorry about that. Hi, everyone. So I've been taking him since October, the middle of October. And usually since taking him, I've been having more energy. I have been losing weight. I have so much motivation until I'm literally changing a lot of things in my life, as well as working out. And also, I usually get bowed down with allergies. So I've noticed that I can be around dust and I don't have I'm not sneezing, my throat's not itchy, my eyes are not watering or anything like that. And then also around the end of December to January, I usually get bronchitis around this time of the year. I have not experienced bronchitis at all. And when I used to have bronchitis, I used to be, have it so bad to the point I would have to take steroids. I would have to have my inhaler. And then also I would have to have it's called like benzoids. They're like clear cough pills that would open up my airways. I haven't had to have none of that. I haven't had my inhaler at all since October. So I really enjoy him. I cannot be without it. As soon as I wake up in the morning, before I go to bed at night, no kidding. Before I go to bed at night, I have it on my bedside. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm rolling over and I'm already opening up that pouch and starting my day. So I do highly recommend it. It will just change your life. It really will change your life because the energy that you will have is amazing. And thank you for
Nicole, 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 you have a beautiful smile. What have you been using that toothpaste? Yeah,
yes. Oh
look at
yes.
that. Look at
Yes.
that
Since
pretty
I've been
smile.
thank you. I've been using the toothpaste since August. Yes, thank
Hey,
you.
fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So, sometimes y'all hear me mention, like I did tonight, that research is right here on the National Library of Medicine. A lot of research there, and you will find, also talks about the respiratory system too. We have something here, I tell you. So when you get a chance, visit the National Library of Medicine and look up your very own hemohim. Okay? Alrighty then. So right now we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get ready for Dr. Walita Williams. Hey, hey, hey. Dr. Walita, hey, we're not going to waste any time. Please take it away. Everybody give Dr. Walita a hand clap. Yes,
Well, I
Dr.
tell you
Walita.
what. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'll tell you what. I'm excited as usual to be here. Thanks again for having me. I'll tell you what. I was out today with some active seniors, and they just inspired me so much. And I was reading an article yesterday. Some of you guys might like this, but it said that the most productive period in our lives was between, you won't believe this, 60 and 70 years old. That was the number one period of productivity. And they were showing the Nobel Prize winners, the CEOs of corporations were all within that age group. And then, which really warmed my heart, when they said the second most productive period in our lives. And guess what they said? 70 to 80 years old. And so, so I was excited to read that. I'll tell you what, I just felt energized just reading that report. So here we are, and I'm excited to be here sharing. And as I was talking earlier, I want to just share something that's off the clock, right? And it's 4 things, okay? 4 things, and you might want to get a pen if you want to write them down. 4 things, they're all free, first of all. They don't cost anything. All 4 of these things are free. And secondly, they are all essential to good health. All 4 of these are essential to good health. If you don't get these 4, it impedes your health, okay? And thirdly, hardly anyone is getting them. They're free, we need it, and we're not getting it. So what could that be? Okay, number 1 is going to be water. And if you want to know how much you should have, take your weight and divide by 2. That's a good starting point. And that's how many ounces you need each day. And the thing about water is you must have it. Sometimes I'm going to get into a big discussion about which water is better, but the point is you must have it. And if you don't get it, okay, you're going to be in a state of dehydration. And the reports say that it shortens your longevity. That was another one. I guess you say, all she does is sit around and read reports, right? But that was another report. It says water is that important. They did a survey. The people who drank the water lived longer. So that's going to inspire us to reach for that water. And as I was sharing today, there is a test, and the pinch test is the test. Okay, so you're going to take your finger. Everybody get your finger. Get your finger, and you're going to go right here, where the knuckle is and pinch that. Okay, you got it? I don't see you, Nick. You got your finger. Pinch that. Okay, and now when you turn it loose, see what happens. See, mine isn't good. I didn't pass. Can you see that? It stays up. That means you don't have enough hydration. It's supposed to flatten out immediately. Okay, that's your test. How did you do, Pastor? Did you pass?
Mine flattened out immediately. Yay! Come on now.
All right.
I like
So
that.
hydration, you have to get that water. And see, I've been struggling because I was out and about today and I didn't get my water. I came home, I said, I need water. Okay. And the key to water is you need it throughout the day. So every hour, just about 4 ounces per hour, you could, even if you're working at a desk, 4 ounces per hour, you should be able to absorb. Okay. Hey, if you're talking, you probably talk out 4 ounces of steam. It's just talking. Okay. So water is number one. And with all these blood clots and things that people are having, we definitely do not want to be dehydrated right now. Okay. Water. And we need it for the body, we need it for saliva, we need it for urine, we need it for the blood. The body has to have it. Okay. So let's all make that commitment to get the water. Okay. Number 2, free thing. Okay. What about sunlight? We need that for vitamin D. We really need it. And how much you need? You need 20 minutes per day. Every day. Minimum 20 minutes per day. And, I know sometimes you hear a lot of chatter about, overexposure to the sun, it causes skin cancer, blah, blah, blah. They're not talking about 20 minutes. Overexposure is way more than 20 minutes. You can do 20 minutes, okay? So, and it counts. If you're in the car and the sun's on you, it counts, okay? But we have to get out of the house. We have to sit on the deck or sit somewhere in the yard, get out and get that sunlight, okay? That is your natural vitamin D. And, they're testing right now and they're coming up and saying, 90% of people in America are deficient in vitamin D. Okay, and so we can help ourselves with that sunlight. Okay, that's 2. Number 3, sleep. How much sleep? 8 hours is the goal. Okay, now there are some parameters about the sleep. Here are the parameters. The room that you're sleeping in, it needs to be cool. It needs to be dark. And it needs to be quiet. Some of you guys sleeping with the TV on, right? I see it. I know it. Okay, that's not right. That's not the best sleep. The best sleep is a cool, dark, quiet room. Okay. And the other thing is you want to develop yourself a sleep routine. How do you get to sleep? You're not just in the middle of James Bond. Hold on. I think I got an echo here. You're not in the middle of James Bond and you just click it off and you're just gonna fall asleep. No, it doesn't happen that way. You want to develop a sleep routine. Think about something that's relaxing for you. Okay. Some people tell me they watch the History Channel. That puts you to sleep. Okay. You may read. Some people say they go for a walk in the evening, or they go for a walk at some time. Warm shower, whatever. Make sure you have protein. Make sure you have protein. Not ice cream is not the snack. Okay. Some people tell me they eat ice cream at night. Don't do that. That's not good. In fact, ice cream is actually one of the worst foods in the groceries, in the supermarket. Okay, because you got fat there that clogs up your arteries. You got sugar that contributes to your diabetes. Okay, and you have that nasty dairy products all rolled into one. And you know, the dairy products are not what they were. In fact, dairy products are actually on the list of 7 health destroyers because the cows can be sick. The cows can have cancer. They can have tumors. They can have infections. They just give them some antibiotics. The cows, they can have sores and all that goes right. Whatever that is, they just keep getting the milk. You know, it's pus in the milk, okay? And then guess what they do with that nasty milk? Heat it up. They call it pasteurization. So that's not a good choice, okay? So I'm just saying, your best dairy product, the one that we would actually endorse as healthy, is the plain Greek style yogurt. That'll be the only one, okay? You add your own fruit or honey or whatever. Don't buy that yogurt with all that sugar in it. That it cancels out the good, okay? So that was 3. We have one more, right? And that one is movement. We can move. We don't need an expensive gym membership. We don't need that. I mean, it's okay if we have it, it's good. But I'm just saying, we can move. Every movement counts, okay? It's not just when you're in the gym. If you might be mopping, sweeping, dusting, even if you might be just brushing your hair, that's movement. Every movement counts, okay? So keep moving. And I don't know if I told you my story about the jump rope, because my grandchildren were jumping rope and I thought I was going to jump in the rope, but I hadn't done it in over 45 years. Guess what? I couldn't do it. I had to go practice. So everything that you can do, keep doing it, because if you stop doing it, you might not be able to do it. You might have to be like me, go back and learn to jump rope again, okay? So those are your 4 free things. They don't cost a penny. Hardly anyone is getting enough. Even if you're sitting in a chair, you can move your legs, okay? You can move. Everyone can move, okay? So those are your 4 free things. Now, let's get to the meat of the matter. What I love today is Atomy Best Kit. I just love it, okay? And it's just so, it's unique in one, and I don't see anything like it. And it meets a need that we have, okay? A critical need. And that critical need is our immune system. That's a critical need, especially in today's environment, because we know that we are being bombarded. We are being attacked, okay? I just said we're being attacked. They're actively after us. It's all types of pathogens. I just call them pathogens because I don't know if it's a virus. I don't know if it's a bacteria. I don't know if it's a fungus or mold. It's all kind of stuff here, okay, that we can breathe in, or we can take it in some other kind of way, even through the skin. So it's imperative that we not develop, but we maintain. We must maintain a strong immune system, because that is our best defense, is our own immune system. There's no shot or no pill or no protocol can take the place of having a strong immune system. And this best kit is the first, it's a big step into maintaining that immune system, okay? And so we can look at probiotics, for example. And when we see probiotics, even a lot of holistic practitioners think digestion, okay? That's what we think of when we see probiotics, okay? Well, yeah, digestion is important because you have to be able to absorb the nutrients from your food and from your supplements. Absorption is key, okay? It's not just what you eat or what you take. It's what can your body absorb, okay? And so here we have 10 billion CFUs, 12 different strains. See, there's a ton of probiotics and prebiotics that we have to have. And guess what? Your digestion, your gut, is responsible for over 80% of your immune function. So that's why I said this is unique. And the probiotic is so simple, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, I don't want to take any more pills. Well, don't take any more pills. Just eat this delicious little snack powder, tastes like blueberries. It doesn't get any better than that, okay? And it also, these probiotics actually help your mouth, your oral health also. You see that blueberry flavor? Yeah. And so this is a part of the best kit. It's critical for your immune system, okay? Now let's look at the vitamin C. Everybody knows vitamin C, okay? We know, okay? But guess what? You're not gonna get it from orange juice. It's not gonna happen. In fact, they're telling us right now, even if your best case scenario, you could actually get a fresh orange, okay? Which is probably not gonna happen anyway, because these oranges and the orange juice, well, I won't even tell you. Well, maybe I should tell you a little about the orange juice. I'm from Florida, okay? So we know what happens, okay? They have those juice plants, they have big vats of juice, okay? And oranges are unique. Every orange grove, they'll tell you from tree to tree, they can taste different. So how is it that when it reaches your supermarket, it all tastes the same? Yeah, that would be an important question, wouldn't it? Guess what? They have a flavor packet. That's what they put in there, a flavor packet, so that it can taste the same every single time, okay? And now the researchers are telling us that you think back, well, grandma had oranges and she got plenty of vitamin C, so I'll just eat an orange like she did, right? Well, no, because they have tested today's orange. If you want to get the equivalent nutrition that grandma got, you would have to eat not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have to eat 8 of today's oranges, just the equivalent of 1 orange that grandma got, okay? So we have to supplement. We already know you're not getting that vitamin C, okay? And so here, I tell you what, this vitamin C is amazing. And we have 2 of them. This is the 2,000 milligram, and it tastes great. It's easy. You don't have to worry about a pill. You don't have to worry about absorption, because it is going to be absorbed. And remember, vitamin C is one of those water-soluble nutrients. That means it flushes every day. You have to have it fresh every day. You need it daily. And there's 90 packets in that one box. So it will last, and it's so economical. There's nowhere on planet Earth you can get 2,000 milligrams, 90 packets for $36. That's impossible. This is so economical, and it tastes great. You can put it in your mouth and drink water, or you can put it in the water and drink it, either one, okay? But I love this vitamin C. It is an antioxidant. And you know what oxidants are? Those are the things that it's like, okay, if you've ever seen metal outside in the weather and you see that brown stuff called rust on it, that's oxidation. Well, that similar is happening inside the body and you have to have antioxidants to cure that, to heal that, to prevent that from hurting you. So this is very important, vitamin C. And then we have the big boy. I said the big boy. This is hemohim. And we just heard a testimony
Oui, Fafa,
tonight.
mwen dou kon sa, yo te di mete, pat pran la cause des autres, la pat pran. Ndo,
I didn't hear.
No, somebody just accidentally came on mute. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hemohim. Hemohim is amazing. Millions of dollars were put into developing this product. It was developed by the Atomic Energy, by a scientific board, a scientific group, a group of scientists. This isn't just something that somebody just accidentally cooked up in grandma's basement. This was purposely developed. It took years, not days, not months, years to perfect it. Okay. And it works. That's why. And it works. It actually goes into your bone marrow and help make blood cells better. So you're going to have strong red blood cells and strong white blood cells. And guess what? You're going to have an increase in the white blood cells. Those are the ones we need. They call it macrophage. That means those are the ones that capture pathogens, stuff that you don't want in your body. Those white blood cells get rid of it. They capture it, get rid of it. Hemohim is the best. Okay. You're going to take one in the morning and one in the evening or more each day. Anyone can use it. It is a balanced herbal formula. Okay. And that is one thing that I appreciate so very much, because many times people come and they ask me, okay, what about this herb? What about that herb? Okay. And they want to take that one single herb. But look here, this is a formula. It's balanced because all these herbs have different, they have different characteristics. Okay. So this is a balanced formula that will help the body to balance itself. It help modulate all of your bodily functions. And I'm telling you, everyone so far who has used it, you can see more energy. I can tell you my story of having more energy and feeling better, feeling younger, feeling more energetic, feeling more hopeful, okay? And being able to make a bigger contribution. You know, we are all here to make a contribution. We're not here to just be takers. We are here to be givers also. We need to be able to give to the family, okay? Give to ourselves too, of course. Give to the family, give to our church, give to our neighborhood, give to our community. But when you don't have energy, you have nothing to give. So this puts that energy back in the tank so that you can be able to fulfill your dreams. We all have dreams of making a contribution. And so this is supporting our dreams. So I know I can talk about hemohim all night. So I guess I'm going to wrap it up here. But if you are wondering where to start, or if you have clients that are coming to you, or neighbors or family members, and they don't know where to start, just start with the best kit. You're safe to start with the best kit because it's going to support our bodies. Restoring our bodies, supporting our immune system, and balancing all of our body systems. So let's just wrap it up here. Get the best kit. It is the best.
Sound like the best advice. To me, it sounds like the best advice. So write down.
Now I know our next step is to be able to answer questions. And I know we have some.
And one question, we have quite a few people on here. We have over 50. Only one question. We got about, let's say, about 25 minutes left. Dr.
Okay.
Juanita has to jump on another Zoom, but we're gonna get the most out of it. So you
Okay.
can raise your hand. Nick, help me, and also you can put your question in the chat if you have something in the chat.
Okay.
But
Yes,
Sharon,
sir.
you can unmute and ask your
Okay.
question.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I enjoyed that presentation. I wanted to ask about, you said the white blood cells are the macrophage and they capture the pathogens. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
now what
correct.
what does it do for the red blood cell?
It strengthens and renews the red blood cells. It strengthens the red blood cells. It strengthens both red and white, but it also increases the number of white.
All right.
So, you know, blood cells are being created and they're dying off constantly. They're being renewed. So that is a process that this hemohim is supporting. So that is why you can see improvement in different facets of our health, is because of that. Because remember, every cell, we have over 73 trillion cells. Every one of those cells has to be fed. And how is it fed? The blood takes the nutrients to the cells. So you need healthy blood to be able to nourish the cells. Okay, so that's very, very important.
Just
Thank
a
you.
little input, Doc. This is Lynn. Good evening to everyone.
Hi.
Hi, hi. So the iron, the hemohim builds the blood, the iron. People who are anemic, they benefit a lot from it. And when they take the
Yeah.
vitamin C with it, it helps to absorb the iron. So it helps a lot of anemic people.
Okay, that's
Low
very
iron.
important point. You have to have that. Okay. So it's a constant circle. It's a cycle. Blood is picking up nutrients and picking up oxygen and taking it to the cells. And then, well, this is another talk for another day, is we're going to talk about what happens next. Once the cells are fed, then there's going to be waste. And so that's a whole talk. We're going to talk about that one day.
Okay.
That's going to be about the lymphatic system. So that's a topic for the future.
Amanda, you may unmute and ask your question or state your comment.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing?
Wonderful.
Good evening.
Okay, so this may be a two-part question. I'm not sure, but do you think the hemohim will benefit from, like, I guess you would call it poor circulation, or for vascular veins, and then for swelling, like retaining fluid? Is that something that the hemohim will help?
Yes, I would definitely feel that it would help. But we also have some other items that you would want to add.
For the vascular, poor circulation?
Yeah. You probably want to add the ginkgo and natto. The ginkgo and natto would be a good addition, because that is for circulation, ginkgo. And we also have the apple phenon. That also supports that circulation. So, we also have that Hong Zam Dan.
The what now?
The red ginseng.
Oh, okay, the red ginseng. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the retaining fluid? Like, if you retain fluid?
Well, we need to know, I'm going to say, why are you retaining fluid?
Well, that's what I don't know. I'm on blood pressure pills, but I don't know why I retain fluid. My blood pressure be good once I take the blood pressure, but I'm thinking it's the poor circulation, because they wanted me to do some type of surgery, vascular vein surgery on my leg.
Okay.
So
I would say try this. Try this. You could also add the omega 3. That helps with the health of the blood vessels also.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Someone suggested pure tea.
Someone say pu'er tea.
Yeah, pu'er tea.
Yeah, that's right. That's good for circulation too.
Okay. Thank you.
So we have several ways of approaching that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, at this time, I know, Nick, do you see any other hands raised at this time?
No, I don't, and I don't have any questions in the chat. I'm keeping an eye on both. So no questions in the chat, and no one has raised their hand. So, folks,
Okay.
we've got another what, 20 minutes. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and raise your hand, or if you can unmute, you can go ahead and put it in the chat.
Well, you want me to talk a little bit about that lymphatic system?
Yes.
We have,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we know that the blood is taking oxygen and nutrients to the cells. Now, the cells are using that nutrition, right? And anytime there's a process, there's going to be waste created. So how does that process work? Okay, the cells give off waste. The waste does not go in the blood. No, the waste goes into the lymph. The lymphatic system is a system that is parallel to the blood system. Everywhere you got blood vessels, you got lymph. And you sometimes hear people say what do you call it? Lymph nodes. Those little spots. And sometimes they swell, the underarms, you know, under your neck, different places. Okay. Those are flaps. That's a flap in the lymphatic system that can only move in one direction. It can only open in one direction because the lymphatic system does not have a pump. See, the blood is being pumped by the heart, so it's going to move the way it's supposed to. But what makes the lymph move? When your muscles contract, it squeezes the lymph. So that's one reason why movement is so important, because that's how we cleanse our system. Whenever your muscles contract, it moves that lymph, and it can only move the way it's supposed to because of those little flaps. It can't back up. Because sometimes you see people, for some medical reason, maybe they had the lymph nodes removed, and then you'll see that swelling because it's backing up. Okay, so remember, you have to move the waste out of your body. The lymph is coming out of every cell in your body, and the lymphatic fluid is the waste. Okay, and so it empties into your other organs of elimination, but it comes from the lymph. So you have to move.
Okay, we have a question. Someone asked, what do you take for colon cancer? Colon cancer.
Well, I would start, number one, you're going to start with hemohim. And you're going to add, what was you going to add? You're going to have to add, I would say, I would add the ellagic acid, that pomegranate beauty for all the cancers. And just as you were showing earlier, if you were showing that earlier, that health, you can look there and you'll see that ellagic acid. So many studies have shown how important this pomegranate beauty can be. Okay, I would definitely add that to that protocol. And of course, the Hong Zamdam too. Yeah, the red ginseng. What else? I will look on the list. Hey, you can just go down the list. But those are the most important ones. I would go ahead and add the omega. Oh, vitamin C. Yeah, that's great too. Yep.
Yeah, maybe the probiotics too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just as we talked about the best kit.
Yeah, the best kit, the core products. Just take the core products.
But you definitely want to add that omega and that pomegranate beauty.
But okay, but tell them about the what they call the sweet spot on how many
Okay,
Yeah.
six per day. And this has been working for people. It's not an experiment. We already know, yeah, it works. Make sure they're drinking water, eating right for the blood type, you know, the whole nine. Do everything you know. Hey, and remember those 4 that we just talked about earlier. And there's your D3. That's important. So
Someone said noni juice also in the chat.
What's it saying?
It says there someone recommended noni juice also in the chat.
Okay. Yep. That noni concentrate is very good also. But my biggest emphasis is going to be making sure you get the hemohim. Making sure you get 6 a day. And then you can begin to add. Okay. But start with the hemohim. And next is your pomegranate beauty.
Yeah.
Then you can add. But start here.
Okay.
We got a couple more questions in the chat. One of the
How
questions.
much noni juice, she says? How much noni juice, guys?
The recommended is 2 caps a day. So,
so if your health is out of balance,
yeah,
you know, I would throw in another one because
yeah.
I do 2 myself.
Yeah. Me too. That's what I do. I do 2 a day.
Right. Yeah. Now I have.
You can't take too much of this.
Yeah.
So, hey, as you're only bound by your budget.
Indeed. That is true.
What's in the chat?
Somebody else raised their hand. iPhone 4 raised their hand. You may unmute your mic, iPhone 4.
Yes, this is Pamela Cooper. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Pam.
Dr. Williams, there was a good presentation of, both of them was good, especially the lactatic system. I just forgot all about that, how it works. And so you just make me more get up and really, really move, because that was I loved it. You just brought some stuff back to my memory about the lymphatic system. I guess it's what I've been looking for, because in the morning, I'm up and running. So I just thank you for that. And I want to share one more thing. I don't know the young lady on the call or not, but I want to give shout out to her. It was in one call. I don't know when it was. She said she put some him on her bald spot or thinning spot or something. One lady on the call on the Zoom. So I just want to give a shout out to her and say thank her so much for sharing that. I've been putting it on my mom thin spots over her head with kind of bone, and her hair is literally growing back. In 1 week, I can see hair growing back in that spot. So it's really had grown. So I just want to give a shout out to that young lady whoever shared that testimony. So thank you so much.
Joy.
Oh, wow,
Joy.
that's a great one.
See, we were looking for that. You know, there's probably others been putting it in their hair too, on their scalp.
Yeah.
Hey.
And they tell me you can suck it and then you can open it and some left.
And just rub it on your scalp. That was Joy.
Hello, Pastor. Good evening, everyone.
You heard that, Joy?
You see what I was talking about? It works. It works. Thank you.
Him on the scalp.
Yeah. Yeah, Pastor Edwards, there's also a chat, and there's a message in the chat saying, there's a question in the chat that says, what medication should not be taken with hemohim? If you're on blood thinners, you should not take hemohim, because hemohim is a natural blood thinner. Okay, that's the only thing that you shouldn't take if you're on blood thinners. Okay. So that's
someone has in the chat, please recommend something for thyroid.
Like I said, it comes back to it again. Hemo him.
Thyroid. Hemo him.
Best kit.
Yeah, basket. Yep.
Mm.
Are we good?
Yes. Sure. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you know what? In the background, Dr. Dotson been answering a lot of these questions. We got to get her
Yeah.
to share. You know, one evening talk about some of these products.
We're going to bring
I mean,
Doctor on because she's been answering a lot of the questions in the chat.
right.
Great.
So Doctor, yeah, connect with us. Matter of fact, leave your email address in the chat, and I'll hit you up. Okay, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. I tell you what, I've
Wonderful.
just enjoyed this. It's just a friendly conversation that I look forward to. And I hope you guys look forward to it every week as well. And what we want to do is just keep bringing more friends to share with, because I can tell you this is a unique opportunity for our families, because permanent willable, where are you going to find that? Okay.
Right.
Because we have all these accomplishments. Okay, you got pastors, you got health professionals, but you can't pass that down. When you stop preaching, it's over. When you stop nursing, it's over. This is permanent willable income, and it's simply a shift in buying habits. These are things we're already using, daily essentials. And so we need to really treat this extremely seriously as the opportunity of a lifetime, which is what it represents for us and our families.
Indeed.
Say that.
Yeah, we have a person that raised their hand in the
Mary.
Yeah,
Was it
Mary.
Mary? You can unmute.
Yes, that was Mary. That is Mary. I'll take my hand down in a second. Good evening, everyone. This is
Hi.
Mary from Detroit. My sponsor is Dr. Ivy Springer, and I was sharing with her this past Monday. I went into the hospital for. I went into my doctor's office for my annual, and they were testing me. I'm sorry, I'm firing up my computer also. They were testing me, long story short, for my A1C. And February of 2022, I was 6.0, So that's pretty much borderline pre-diabetic. Okay. So but I'm not on insulin or anything like that, or any type of diabetic medication, and I don't plan to be. But anyways, so it went from 6.0, and then when I went back in October, it was 5.8, which is an improvement. But when I went back Monday, it was 5.5. So I am out of the pre-diabetic range, and I attribute that to the HemoHim. I'm taking that twice a day, and so that was just a testimony of how the product works, and I'm excited. I'm excited about that. So
We're excited with you.
Plus, I've
We're
done
excited with you. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much.
5.5. So
5.5.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to keep going down. So
that's right.
Yeah, just wanted to share that quickly. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
1.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 5.5. So
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
you.
Sure that was edifying. Congratulations for the people that is
Absolutely.
on. And let's see here.
Yes, RJ also raised her hand. So
Okay. You can unmute your mic.
Yeah, please. I have a question for the person that the last speaker. Please, what kind of diet were you on? Were you still eating carbohydrates?
Well, I actually have changed my diet too. In terms, I have been doing intermittent. By the way, I lost 4 pounds too, but I've been changing. I've been doing intermittent fasting, whereas I pick the window 12 to 8, to eat and that type of thing. I've increased my water intake, But you were asking about carbs. Was that your question?
Yes.
I try to limit my carbs to 20 a day.
no more than 20 carbohydrates a day.
20 grams or 20 what?
Yes, 20 grams a day.
Okay. Did you also take banana and ginseng?
No.
No, you didn't?
No.
Okay. So
No.
how long did it take you to get to this 5.5, please? I didn't get that right well.
Sure, that's okay. When I went February of 2022, okay, I was at 6.0. And then when I went back in October of 2022, I was 5.8. That was before I started taking any of the products. So when I went this past Monday, which was almost like a year's window of time since I started monitoring it, yeah, I was at 5.5.
Okay, thank
So
you
I
so
would
much.
say, and I
Okay.
actually started on the product maybe 4 months ago.
Okay, excuse me. We got one last question for this evening, and Dr. Walita got about 3 minutes. Dr. Walita, somebody asked a question about brain cancer.
It's going to be the same as what we just said for the colon cancer. The very same process.
Okay. Yeah, already.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's the
Okay.
cancer protocol.
Okay. All righty. All righty then. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Walita.
You
for
are so
sharing with
welcome. Thank
on this
you.
evening.
Can I
And
ask one quick question, please?
and maybe next time we'll have Dr. Dodson.
All right. We look forward to it.
Can I ask
Yes.
one quick
Yes.
question?
It would be my pleasure.
Indeed.
Hello?